Welcome back to part two of the cost of living savings. We are still kind of looking at the gifts and we are still talking about kind of electronic goods. And I want to share like a saving tip that you can use on Amazon that you might already be aware of. You never know, but hopefully this is helpful and insightful too. So to rewind the clock back, we're going to go back a few years. I was in need of some headphones, some wireless headphones, and I looked through a whole bunch of reviews and I found out that the best headphones for me were actually going to be quite expensive and I was saving up for a wedding. So I needed to find a way to get them cheaper, I guess. And I can't remember if it was one of the reviewers that said this or how it came to be, but something clicked in my head and I found out that like a lot of these reviewers, they have to send the product back. So, and this is happening probably thousands of times, and they have to be resold. And I was thinking, why don't I buy those? And also, I knew of people that buy things, and within a couple of days, they're like, nah, I just want to return these without even using them. So they also have to be resold. And in Amazon, they have a part on their page where they give you alternative buying options. And you can see the conditions of these alternative buy options. And some of them, these ones in particular that I'm mentioning, are used like new. And there's a description for those on the site that you can read, and we'll get there. I'll show you in a moment. I'll share my screen and I'll run through that. But essentially, you can save quite a bit of money. So those headphones that I was after, they were £125 and they had the used but like new condition for 85. So I bought those and I was a little bit anxious about them coming because you don't know what to expect. I've never done it before. Is this going to work? Plus, it's headphones going in your ears and it's kind of gross if someone else has used them. What's that even going to be like? And I was super surprised because once you open up the Amazon box, the box already good was there, and it had not looked like it had been opened before. You couldn't tell it had been opened before. That's for sure. Everything was in there. Once I opened up the headphones, the buds were there, and the gummies that you put on the buds were all clean. The headphones were clean. It was literally brand new. I couldn't tell that it was even bought before. And I knew I was onto something with this. So we managed to save £40 on that. And that £40 to us is like a really kind of on the expensive side of a weekly shop. And that will be another video. But that's like a really good saving for us. Sadly, those headphones broke recently. And I had a Zoom call the day that they broke. I had like a Zoom call coming 2 days later that I had to do a presentation on. And so I was desperate to get new headphones. So back to the drawing board, listening to reviews, finally found the headphones I want. They were even more expensive. And I was like, well, let's see if I can do this twice. So I found the headphones that I was after, which were these Plus One Pro Buds. I don't know what they were. I do know what they were. They're Plus One Pro Buds, whatever. But they were £185 new. And I looked through the alternative buying options and the conditions there like new. And it was £135. So a 50 quid saving on that. Wow, like amazing. If it's anything like the last time, I'm super stoked for this. So I ordered those and they came the next day and I was disappointed because the outside box looked a bit damaged, but once I opened it up, the inside box that was the headphones was damaged. It looked like someone had first opened them and just like kind of ripped the box, like the cardboard bits were like teared and ripped a little bit, and I was like, as long as the goods inside are good, I'm not going to bat an eyelid. And once I opened the box, I noticed straight away that parts of the manuals were missing, and the leaflets and things that you got. So it didn't feel like it was new. It felt like at best maybe reused good condition or average condition. And I was like, And then the worst part was all the gummies for the headphones and stuff were missing. And I was like, no, I'm not, this is nothing like new. I'm frustrated because I've got this call tomorrow and I don't want to return these, but I'm not happy with the price I paid. So if you ever try to return something on Amazon, you'll know it's pretty easy just to click of a button to do that on your account. However, if you want to keep something but get a discount on it or a further discount, it's a little bit tricky. But there is a number that you can call, and it took me a little bit searching on the help center to get that number. And eventually I called them and I got through to someone. And the person that I was speaking to told them the whole scenario, and they were like, went away and came back. Oh, the best we can do is take £10 off, so 125. And I was thinking, hold on, your good condition is £115. And I'm like, I would expect it to be at least that. And I think the guy maybe misunderstood me with what I was saying. But he went away and he came back and he was like, the best that I can do is £58. And I was like, yeah. So I didn't stay much longer on the phone. I was like, yeah, I'm happy. All the terms, conditions, yep, sure. And I was like, I still get my warranty. He's like, yep, okay, cool, £58. Let's do this. So I accepted them, and I did have to get new like buds for them, so they're a little bit different color, but they're fine. I took these from another pair of headphones, but these are in great conditions. I got them for 58, so that's like a saving of a region of £130 almost on this. So, like, yeah, you can make great savings by using the other conditions, and if they don't meet the expectation or the description of what that condition is, you can keep the product and get further reduction on them, and you can haggle with them on it. It wasn't a hard haggle. You just went away, and that's what's fantastic. It made me feel really good about it, wanted me to keep using Amazon, so it's a win-win on their situation as well. I've probably spent quite a bit before, after that, and whatever. So we're all happy people. Now, I am going to share my screen and we will look at where this other alternative conditions are and see how to play around with that. And hopefully that will be useful. So let's go in. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. We are on Amazon and we are looking for a Nintendo Switch. And just scrolling down, I found this one here with the Super Mario Odyssey. And looking at the price, we can see it's $351. And probably you've seen below is the other buying choices. So we've got 4 other options. And if we click here, we can straight away see in our options, we actually have a new one. So not even used, just like completely brand new. $329. So that's a £20 odd saving straight away just from choosing a different buying option. But viewing the options like this isn't always the best. So what I mean by that is if we go back and we look something for like the handheld version, like the Switch Lite here, we can see that there is different buying options for the colors. It can be a little bit fiddly, you get some of them here, but if I just actually click on it, this is what I think is better to do. There's whatever you want to buy, actually click on it and you can see the different options for the item that you're looking at. So, and sometimes, there's double options. So this is, I think, with a game or without game and different colors, there's different combinations, but it's worth clicking through each of them because you can see the original one on yellow that we were seeing is 13 options. So if I click on that, I'll see 13 options versus if I click on the coral, there is 24 options. So, much more chances to find something, a great deal basically in there, or hopefully a great deal. Coming back to the yellow, let's talk a bit more about these conditions, and we click on it. We see things like used acceptable, and if I scroll down, this is the one I was talking about at the beginning, which is a used like new. And if you were to purchase this, you'd be saving yourself like £9 off the bat, which is pretty good. If you wanted to, I don't know about the other conditions, but if I come back to the coral as an option, I was just thinking about this on the spot, but if we came here and we looked for one that was maybe not in the kind of new state, but was being sold by Amazon, so we get the warranty. Because I don't know if we get warranty from like individual sellers. I don't know if that's harder. I just know, having dealt with Amazon, you can reason with them if something's wrong, and you still get like this kind of warranty coverage on the purchase. So down here we can see it is dispatched from Amazon. It's sold by Amazon. This one's good. It's acceptable. You can click from the details and it will tell you in more detail, or it should tell you in more detail what the condition is. In fact, here it is down here, even better. So you can read and find out if it's going to be okay or not with those descriptions. I'm not saying go and buy this, but I'm just thinking if you were to buy it at 155, which would save you the £44, you could probably spend £5 more and buy a case for this if there's something wrong with the box that comes in that you wouldn't want to wrap it up or give to someone or for yourself, or if, like, yeah, if that puts you off, you could go and buy yourself the like a switch case, like one of those foam case or whatever, and you could just put it in there and hand it like that as a gift. And I think that would be pretty good, depending what the conditions are. I think from when it comes to anything with a screen, as long as there's no deep scratches on the screen, you can get the screen replaced down the track. You buy this now and get the screen fixed later. But I mean, if it's acceptable and the scratches are on the back of this, which they tend to be because people put them down, then you'll be fine. So that's just another option about how to do it. So, like, thinking about even going a bit lower and having to buy like casing or like an accessory for it to kind of top it back up might be another option for doing it. But yeah, hopefully this has given some insight about maybe finding some better value or deals when shopping on Amazon. Also, I really wanted to quickly show you how to get a partial refund. It turned out that I didn't call them, they called me. So this is only going to work if you purchase an object on Amazon and the seller is Amazon and it's not like a third party seller. I don't know if this would be the way to go through it. You can contact those sellers directly on their page. So yeah, if you buy through Amazon, like I mentioned before, you can come here at the bottom of the page. So as long as you're logged in, you should be able to see the customer service. And we click there. And we're going to scroll down to where we see something else. And then inside there, we've got the contact us. And if you click on that, it should open up this chat window, which I've already got open because I just had to double check that I was sure. So here you can see you end up speaking to a bot to begin with, and you can see me chatting to them, and they give you options on what you want to talk. So I'm giving like pre-selected answers that they've got, and then it talks about a phone call here, request a phone call. So by going with the option that they gave me, go to my customer service hub, blah, 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 it automatically got a phone call. And so, yeah, they called me, and that's when I was able to do the kind of negotiating, haggling on the price for the headphones. So this is the way to do it if you're not after like a full refund. Yeah, hopefully this is helpful, and time to wrap up. A few points. The first being that I don't own any of those products. I just chose to use them because I thought they might be popular with people at the moment, with the kind of gifts that they might be getting for people. And the other point is, on both times that I've like bought from the other conditions, it's always been with Amazon. And so I'm just thinking, if it's critical, it might be best that you purchase through the Amazon warehouse rather than from like another seller, because they're a bigger company, and if something goes wrong, it's probably easier to get that rectified. And I just, yeah, wouldn't want you to buy something and be caught in an awkward position, especially if it's like a time sensitive kind of thing. So yeah, definitely for me, both times I dealt with Amazon warehouse, it's been a good experience and it's worked out for the better. If you know time is not an issue, and or you are getting it for yourself and you don't really mind, then yeah, try the other sellers. But I just wanted to raise those 2 points before I wrapped up. And hopefully, yeah, there was stuff in this video that might be helpful or useful for you. And if you have any questions, as always, please just put them in the comments below and I will try and get back. And yeah, thank you very much.